Hello and welcome to a discussion video on the Obsidian Sorcerer channel, the channel where I would normally put a joke here. However, this is an episode about Bubsy, so we don't need one. Basically, this is me addressing a concern I have about the new Bubsy game that was teased a month ago in video form. However, before I start, I just want to address something, because I was talking about this with a friend from school, a friend who I also asked about the Doctor Who series Final Theory, which turned out to be wrong, by the way. Turns out he had no idea who Bubsy was, so I suppose there may be a minority of you watching who don't know who he is, so here's just a general recap. Bubsy was a 90s platformer created to beat both Sonic and Mario while transcending the console wars by releasing on both SNES and Sega Genesis / Master System for those in different regions. And the game would have been lost to obscurity due to the game being generally bad, with floaty controls, terrible hitbox connection, and fall damage in a platformer. It had a sequel releasing on the same consoles as the original, and then it transitioned to 3D gaming, which, let's just say, didn't bode too well for the franchise. I mean, look at this. You may think this is one of the first 3D games ever, and that would be a logical assumption. However, this released after Crash Bandicoot and Mario 64. So it's not like this technology was new, there was really no excuse for this. And this is where the franchise would have died if it wasn't for a YouTuber called JonTron, notorious for reviewing bad games, who decided to review the entire Bubsy series. This led the internet to pick up on it, as well as other YouTube reviewers memifying it and creating a running joke inside the video game community. Added to by the 2017 Sonic Forces trailer, which showed a mysterious character later revealed to be a customizable character, which looked suspiciously similar to Bubsy, making the joke even more widespread. And there, you're all caught up. However, I do recommend JonTron's video, as it's both humorous and informative on how bad the Bubsy series really is. So on to the trailer. Here we see the nice Accolade logo, as well as Black Forest, the company that are actually developing it. Oh my god, Bubsy looks horrible, which I suppose makes the game even more terrible. We've got some tight gameplay here. Wait, no, this gameplay looks good. I mean, look at this. This looks like a video game a sane person may actually buy with no knowledge of the meme. You can't make a good Bubsy game. I mean, sure, it may be solid and it may be fun to play, but it'd be more fun if it was terrible. The people who would buy your game, your potential market, which are the internet dank community, because, you know, I am the dankiest, didn't latch on to a Bubsy idea because they wanted a good game. They wanted an example of a terrible game that could unify them in hatred. So there's my major concern about a new Bubsy game. However, this discussion also prompts the question, can you make a terrible game on purpose? Now, at first the answer may seem obvious, yes, and I am inclined to agree, because anything's possible. You see that Barbie company? That's why you need to hire me. I'll be presenting all the Barbie episodes from now on. But it's going to be really hard, as I think it's going to be easy to get caught up in making it bad through glitches and bugs and just generally playing terribly. I think to be a good bad Bubsy game, it needs to focus on what made the originals terrible. It needs to have bad controls, it needs to have a very zoomed in camera, and it needs to have terrible collision detection. However, it also needs to be playable and beatable. And I think the way to do that is by focusing on making a fair game and then making it more terrible, which I suppose is the roots of the Bubsy series itself. I mean, it has a cool concept and amazing artwork. I mean, this artwork, what you're seeing on the screen from the original game, looks better than the original Sonic the Hedgehog. Admittedly, Sonic the Hedgehog released earlier, but still, for a developer that wasn't mainstream at the time, this is amazing. But it was the execution where the game truly failed. So I've addressed my concerns about the game. I've suggested how the concerns can be improved upon to make a good bad game. But now, the big question, would I buy this game? The answer is, I wouldn't buy it straight away. What I'd do is I'd wait for review scores to come in, and then, if the review scores say that it's terrible, that's when I would buy it. If a few scores are saying, oh, it's a great game, not because it's great, because it's bad, just because it's a great game, standalone, with no prior knowledge of a series and not being terrible, I wouldn't play it. So my question for you guys is, would you want to see me play it? If I was going to play it, I'd play the Steam version of it, because this is released on Steam and PS4, which actually poses an interesting question to me. I wonder if the Steam and PS4 code is similar, because I mean, Undertale has been ported from Steam to PS4 and not to Xbox, which is my primary gaming console, and now this is Steam and PS4 but not Xbox, and it's not a matter of loyalty to a specific console, as it's on two platforms that are competing with each other. But don't let this go to your heads, PlayStation fans. We still get all the best games first. Sure, you may get clumsy little ports later, but we had Rocket League first, we had Minecraft first, we have the definitive FPS, Halo, first. Wow, that statement alone is going to get me a lot of angry Call of Duty and Battlefield fans out there. But back to a previously addressed query I have. There are going to be 3 links in the description. One link is, yes, I'd like to see you play it. One link is, no, I wouldn't like to see you play it. And another link is, I honestly don't care. In fact, I don't care about this channel. I never plan on watching it again. But I thought, you know what, I'd click on this link even though it makes no sense, because if I don't care enough about this channel to want to see them another video, I wouldn't care enough to click on a link and waste my time. So your clicking on that link is a stupid option, and you should click on either of the links or subscribe. I think I may have a problem. Whichever of the 3 gets more will be the option I go with, and if none of you click, because I've got one subscriber who's Canty Gaming, who I kind of forced to subscribe because we're friends. Nah, friends, YouTube friends. When I plan on falling into a spiral of depression, realising my life is meaningless, and then ending with a prompt suicide attempt, swallowed by a recovery story, all to be adapted into a film, true story, 20 years time, which will win 5 Oscars. So yeah, they're your 4 options. I personally like all of them, especially the Oscar one, although the attempted suicide part of my plan, I'm not really sure about. I may alter it a bit. Anyway, I'm going to try and figure out how to hack the Oscars without committing suicide. Until then, goodbye.